for the ones ensuring the job always gets done, and the ones wearing many hats. Grainger offers professional-grade industrial supplies and real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Amica Insurance, we know it's more than a life policy. It's about the promise and the responsibility that comes with being a new parent. Being there day and night, and building a plan for tomorrow, today. For the ones you'll always look out for, trust Amica Life Insurance. Amica, empathy is our best policy.
when you know the right steps. With Asana, you can coordinate tasks across teams and stay on track, so your team can spend more time celebrating wins. Try it for free at asana.com.
There's a rhythm in the markets, in the resonant echoes of the opening bell, in the preludes leading to global elections, in the rising chorus conducted by AI. And if you want to learn to listen for it, we'll show you how. Learn more at Bloomberg.com.
Heyo, Carp. Ah, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. All the same. Hope you doing all right this evening. But yeah, this is the final level in this DLC for Power Wash. Thankfully. It's taken a few streams to get it done. We've been going for how long? Been going for a little over an hour. Not too bad. Right. But thankfully, this one's going by quicker than the last level I did. I'm glad for that. Granted, it's still going to take a few hours. At least it's not something that's going to take an obscene amount of time. Though I will say, sadly, most of the time I don't get anyone in here for the Power Wash streams all that much. Even so, I still do them. Oh, are you now? Oh, that's not good. First, let me ask you, are you on Windows 11? You said CPU and GPU. Because the thing I'm going to suggest, if you are, could maybe help. But you just do iRacing. And I don't have that much, don't really have experience with iRacing, but I have I don't know if it would help at all, but I do have a suggestion. But since I have a suggestion, I don't know if it will help, but it's something I learned from a friend of mine who told me about this. Let's see, I need to switch over so you can see what I see on PC. So let's do that. All right. Now let's go here. Switch over to PC. There we go. All right. So, the thing I was going to mention, because I do it for games that I install off of Steam and such. So, in settings, on Windows 11, you got this gaming, I guess we'll just call it a tab. So, in that, I always, whenever I install a new game, I go into gaming, then I do game mode, then click on graphics, and so if you don't know, Windows 11 by default, I didn't know this until my friend told me, basically when you install a new game, by default the Windows will basically have this setting enabled by default for every game you install. And so, yeah, that, because I was like, really? Well, my friend that mentioned that, and it was like, yeah, it was like, because he was having issues, but he has like, I think a 3070 or a 3080, I want to say. And he was like, yeah, it's like, I was having stutter issues or whatever it was back then, and he mentioned about he finally found out within settings how Windows by default will just for whatever game you install will automatically set to let Windows decide, so it can maybe do power saving or it can do high performance. Don't know how it decides, but that's how it be deciding something like that. Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, obviously, I don't have a camera, so that don't really matter. But yeah, all my games that I have on here, I always change them over to high performance. So that's what I always make sure to do. When I do that, because I was going to mention that, because I didn't know if you knew about that. Since he mentioned, I wonder, I think it was, oh shit, was it tab? No. There we go. Yeah, mine's doing okay. Once you know what to do, it's not that bad. But yeah, always mention about that. That's a good thing to try and do with the things, shall we say. Though it can be a bit problematic. So while I got all of these in the list, to add these to the list, you have to basically browse for it. And so let's say, for example, we'll remove the Dragon Ball game, and I'll show you real quickly on how it's done. And so, yeah, I knew you said iRacing was the only thing, but I was going to at the very least mention it. So, for example, for me, whenever I have a game, Armory Crate is a ASUS program. But I'll show you real quick how I add a game. So to add a game, say like you use Steam and you, I don't know, you download a free-to-play game on there. So basically to add that, since it wouldn't be in this area, because this is just searching what's already here. When you want to add a newly installed game, you would click on Browse. And then within your system, you gotta find what the location for said game. It kinda, for me, it goes to default. So like, obviously I use Steam, and I'm not into iRacing yet, so I don't know what you would do for iRacing. But basically you have to find the file. And so, since I already had it, that's why it's a bit easier. But like, for example, if I were to try to find it from the very beginning. I've been doing it regularly when I install games, so it's a bit easier for me to find it. And it just depends on where your install location is. You would go either what your install location, and for me, that would be, I just named it SSD. It's a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. And so this is where my folders for the SSD are. And so I will go into the Steam library. Then obviously there, since it's the only one. Then this part can be kind of tricky. After some trial and error, I eventually learned that it would be within common. And then within that folder, you just find the game you want to add. And in this case, since I removed the Dragon Ball game, we would go into Dragon Ball. Then you want to do the application. Typically, if you're not sure which one is the application for a game, usually look at the icon where the name is. Because if it's a folder, it's probably not the one, but this is the one we would do. And so we would do that. Then voila. And see, now that I've added it, oh, okay. Like I mentioned earlier, when you add a game, see, like I said, by default, it's Windows will automatically just set it to let Windows decide. And so that's why I said I always do this and then go in here and change it over to high performance. And voila. It looks easy, but it was like one of the first, however many times you do it, it's like when you're not used to doing it, it can be a bit confusing in trying to find it. But once you do it enough times, you get used to it. And then you just do save and voila. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, I have my friend to thank for that, because I had no clue about that. Because until he mentioned that, I just basically I didn't even do any of that. So yeah, that was very helpful. But yeah, this is my my stuff. Oh, the wallpaper. I probably wouldn't suggest you doing this wallpaper, because this wallpaper does use some GPU, I think, resources. I might. No guarantee I would have the answer, but I could try answering the question. But yeah, that's what my current CPU and GPU usage is like. I mean, I'll try the answer. But yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Oh, you were asking about Armory Crate. You can still answer your question, but I'll open up Armory Crate for you. So the reason why I have Armory Crate, because my motherboard. Oh yeah. It's a bit easier to do now that I have two monitors, but yeah, you need well, you can either use OBS or go into, so what I do, I'll show you. All right, so you can either use OBS or YouTube Studio. Sometimes I use both. And that's kind of what I did before I had a second monitor. But now that I got a second monitor, it's easy for me. And so basically, for obviously OBS, easy enough as is. But if you wanted to look at it through YouTube Studio, you would go to your channel on whatever internet browser you use. Doesn't matter what browser you use, just as long as you go to your YouTube Studio. Then you would, if you don't know how to get to YouTube Studio, you would just click on your icon right here, and then once you do that, you can click on YouTube Studio, and when you do that, it will take you to your dashboard for your channel. And then what I do to have chat up through Studio, I would go to my live list, and then I hover over the stream and I'll click on the one that is over, which is view in live control room, and that takes us here. And this is what it looks like when I don't do anything. And if you're like suffering from, I don't know, say like you're dropping frames, it'll by default say YouTube's not receiving enough whatever. And then you can see right there, stream's been healthy so far. So that can tell you if something's not going well. Then the other side is stream settings. There's some things that you can do. So you know how like some streamers talk about, all right, chat. I was like, once the stream ends, it's going to be unlisted, and that's how they would do it. This is where they would do it. How they would have it unlisted once they end the stream. So if you ever wonder how that was done, that's literally how it's done. And if you're wondering about the stream latency, let's see, what would it say? No. So basically, I know myself and Key definitely, I think we both do low latency. Ooh. Oh, do you now? Well, I do, well, let me do the latency. So latency, I think if you have it at normal, I think you have a 15-second delay. Or thereabouts, between what you do and what whoever, okay, between what you do and whoever may or may not be watching it and what they see. And so that's what normal latency does. Not seeing it. And then low latency is about 7 to 8 seconds. But the lower latency you go, it caps your resolution. Ah, okay. And then ultra low is like basically what you see is near almost same thing that whoever's watching sees. But yeah, I generally do low latency because it's like a good middle ground. Okay, it might. So 30, eh? Huh. Okay. But yeah, I can literally have them both on at the same time and I not suffer. So, do you have, let's see, go back. Oh, where's settings? All right, go there, back into settings. Do you have in the like gaming place I showed you? Regardless of what internet browser you use, do you have it in this list? Because I don't really care which browser I use. Where is it? I think I have it in here. Yeah. So I just use Microsoft Edge, and I have it as high performance. So you could do that, but I don't know. That might be something. Ah, this is what I was talking about earlier. See, that's wrong thing. This one. There. See, that's what happens whenever you like YouTube is experiencing something. You'll see something like that. But yeah, sorry. Okay. Ah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any knowledge with iRacing. Not exactly a cheap hobby to have. So I myself don't really know about iRacing in particular, but I just kind of, because I guess quick question, since you have iRacing, is it run through like whatever browser you use? Oh, okay. Have excellent. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know how iRacing is done. I mean, sure, I watch Basic Ollie sometimes. More often than not, whenever he's doing his endurance racing. But I don't know, like, the ins and outs of how he gets it. Obviously, he has a stupid good system. Okay. But, yeah, I was like, I don't really know everything. And probably won't until I take that plunge into iRacing, which who knows when that might happen. But like I was saying, reason why I have Armory Crate, since you asked earlier, and we kind of all over the place. My motherboard is a TUF gaming motherboard, and that's a product of ASUS. And so Armory Crate is also ASUS, and so that's why I have Armory Crate. No worries. Okay, it's own UI. Okay. Because I was wondering, you might need to do the whole settings and then the gaming thing for iRacing. Because that could be something you could try doing. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you haven't done any of that, you could try that, see if that helps any at all. But since I got a beefy GPU, I like and run this wallpaper, if you will. I basically got it through Armory Crate. And when you're, let's see if I can remember how to, featured. I think it was here. It's been a while since I changed it. So they basically got some cool ones. The only downside is it can, I think when you go to apply it, I think it says something about it uses GPU resources. Yeah, I love it too. They have a few other ones that I have. I just, where would, is it here? Here. Or a wallpaper. I think this is where I have the ones that I like actually downloaded from here. Yeah. If it ever gets going. Ooh. Well, at least they, okay. And we'll just close it and start it up back again. Ah, 1440p. Oh, okay. You got more than I do. That's for sure. But yeah, ASUS, it can be helpful. Let's see. Like I have a RGB kind of computer, so that's why you see some of the stuff. Should be. Huh. Okay. But yeah, I basically run a rainbow effect. Okay, let's see if it'll boot up. If it'll just take forever. But yeah, I forget. But yeah, that's something you could try doing. Okay. Yeah, the laptop I bought, what was it? Was it last year? Might have been the year before. It was ASUS one. And so that was and I wasn't too picky on motherboard. Oh, do you? I could probably, no worries. Let's see. Wallpaper. It's been so long since I changed my wallpaper. I don't even remember. Oh, personalization. Background. Yeah, because I think I changed it through ASUS. Aura. Which is within Armory Crate. Oh well. But yeah, that's how I got this current one. Oh, see, I also got this one. Okay. Armory Crate. Oh well. Huh. Anyhow. Wait a minute. Did it? Oh no. But Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's just a tough gaming B650 plus Wi-Fi. Let's see. And if you here, there we go. And I always usually when I start up, I always I'll do check for updates, but these there's occasional updates, but it's usually not too constant. Yeah, I more or less did a fair amount of research before I did anything with mine. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. See, I'm tough gaming B650 plus Wi-Fi, and then you see my CPU, Ryzen 9 7950X3D. Then I have two 32 gig sticks, so that's why you see 64 gigs. Yeah, when I'm gonna like spend a lot of money, this obviously the PC was by far the biggest amount of money I spent. I didn't do the spending for probably a month or two because I was kind of looking into things. But if I was just a tad bit more patient, I probably would have gotten the 7800 X3D, but oh well. The 7950 is not bad. But yeah, if I was just a tad bit more patient, then I probably would have done that. So I was like, oh well, it's fine. What's that? Game library. Tools? No. Definitely not. There. Oh. Apparently I got things that are outdated. Ooh. Might want to do something about that. Also, I do, since I have obviously a AMD CPU, I do have AMD software as well. And there was like an update a few days ago, so I did that. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I tell people that literally the hardest thing for me of the whole ordeal was actually not the act of putting it together. It was actually, it's like, okay, it's like I'm about to part ways with quite a lot of money. They're like, am I ready for that? And then that's why I tell people was literally the hardest thing is because it's one thing buying a console. It's like, it's like what? 500 or so. If you just get the regular one. Not talking about the Pro, but it's like, okay, building a computer, like you gotta be okay with just parting ways with, and we'll just go middle of the road. Parting ways with $2,000. For me, that was the hardest part. It's like, because it's like, eventually I got to a point I knew what I wanted to get. But that's still, that's rather stressful. But yeah. Okay. We'll just do that, and I guess we'll go back to power wash. While that's naturally open here. There. Oh. Oh well. Build the channel. I think you can. I don't really do much with it. Because no, I have the docks locked. So let's unlock that, and then yeah, I think that's how. There we go. See? OBS. Part of OBS, but not within OBS. Oop. Let's see about putting it back in. Wonder what happens if I do that. Yeah. Oh. Maybe not. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense since. Okay. I was thinking that, but yeah, I guess not. Oh. That would be checked. There we go. Ah, there. So I guess if you want chat open like that, then I guess you would need to do it through the internet browser, I suppose. Because I guess, yeah, because with OBS, yeah, I guess the next best way would be internet browser. You could do it that, or what I used to do back in the day. I would basically have the chat open on my phone. That's a technically another way you could try doing it. Oh. Okay. Whoop. There we go. That's technically another way you could do it. Seems like I was able to help you out then. It'll probably help some, but yeah, it's like obviously I don't have your GPU, so I don't know. You said 37 Ti. I think that's yeah, you could try using the tablet if you got a tablet. That could be another thing you could try doing. Also, if you don't yet, NVIDIA is changing over from the GeForce app to an NVIDIA app, because I used to have the GeForce thing, And then there's like, you don't have to switch over, but there's like, hey, I was like, we're doing an actual NVIDIA dedicated app, not just GeForce. So I was like, oh, really? I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try, and it's pretty good. Works well enough. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I would say, I don't know if you'd be able to afford it, but if you could go for the 50 series, you could try going for that. But if you don't, if you're a bit tight, 40 series should be cheaper once the 50s come out. So you could try going for the 40s if the 50s is too much. Probably will be too much if we're being honest here. But yeah, this is their app, because I had GeForce before I migrated to their NVIDIA app. But it works well enough. Oh, yes. $47. I will say, since you know I have the 4080, 4080 can comfortably run pretty much everything at max. So whenever you do upgrade, just make sure I'm pretty sure your power supply can probably pretty good. Because mine's pretty good. Mine's a titanium 1000 watt PSU, so I'm good. Like, I could literally go, I'm not going to do it because I can't afford it, but I could literally upgrade to the 5090 and I would still be pretty good. Okay. But yeah. Alright, let's move this over. Move that back over. Anything, Huh. Wonder why it's doing that. Don't know. Alrighty. But yeah. Oh yeah, the TI Super. Yeah, I managed to find, I guess we'll switch over. Get back on Power Wash. I managed to find a good deal for my 4080 on eBay, because basically if I wanted to buy a 4080 brand new, that was going to set me back about at the time when I was looking to build a PC, it was going to be about $1,200 to $1,400. I was like, oof, that's something else. So I was like, let me see if I can find a. Okay. Let me see if I can find something somewhat affordable. And so I looked over on eBay and I eventually came across a listing for a 4080, which is what I got now. And the person that was selling it was only wanting about $900. I thought, holy, I'd like, say no more. I make sure to read the description and whatnot to make sure it wasn't just like one of those 4 parts listings. And lo and behold, here I am with a 4080. Because I think so the funny story about me going with that particular 4080 was initially I was going to do a 4070. I think it might have been a Ti. Because I was just looking at new GPUs, like, and not used ones, and so I couldn't really afford the full price of 4080 brand new, and so I was going to do that. But funny thing about the that 4070 Ti that I was going to do, so the card that I was going to use, it had more or less got to its max, so I couldn't actually afford it, and it declined that card, and I was like, well, that's unfortunate. And so it got declined, and I didn't immediately use a different card to buy it. It gave me a chance to do a bit more research. So I did a little bit more research and looking around, and that's when I came across, I was like, you know what? Let me try eBay. I haven't really been looking at eBay. And it's not like people can just sell you trash, because eBay has their buyer protection. So like if someone's being untruthful, then it's like literally eBay will protect you in that case. So I was like, okay, let's try eBay. Then lo and behold, that's how I eventually came across this listing for a 4080 for $900. And 4070 Ti, I think that I was going to get was like 800 off of Amazon. But I was like, I could do the 4070 Ti, or I could spend $100 more and get this 4080. And I didn't see anything that would suggest that the 4080 was faulty. So I was like, you know what? All right, I'm going to do it. And then lo and behold, I'm with my 4080. Yeah, it's one of the few times I'm actually glad a card got declined. Not often you find yourself being happy a card getting declined, but hey ho. Yeah, that was definitely something else. So, probably going to be the only time I was happy a card that got declined. Yeah, because not often a card getting declined leads to something better. Nice, got that done. So yeah, ooh, sweet. All right. There, okay. All right. But yeah, that was definitely something else. Huh. Yeah, it's like, in your case, it's like, I only have the money to upgrade one of these things. Well, the wheel and pedals, or yeah, your GPU. So I was like, it's like, which one do you go with? yeah, yeah, that's why I tell people about PCs. Is like, I tell them, well, there's a few things I tell them in regards to building a PC. I'm like, unless you're really budget focused, you're going to be paying the most for a GPU. And that's if you get the newer stuff. Obviously, you can get cheaper GPUs, but if you want the better stuff, yeah, you're going to be paying for it. That's for sure. All right, get under here. Probably needs to get up top. But yeah, and then the other thing I be telling people is, because you know most people, because most people are used to big TVs being for cheap. I was like, shoot, with monitors, because you want to do a monitor if you're doing a PC, and I'd be telling them if got it. So I'd be telling people, it's like, don't expect to get a big old monitor for like $300. I'm like, yeah, if you want like, because there's not even that many big monitors out there. Because it's like, generally speaking, a big monitor, depending on who you ask, would be like 32 inches. Because like I got the LG OLED monitor that I just recently bought, the LG OLED 32-inch monitor. It was on sale, but it was still $1,100. So it's like, yeah, it's not cheap. Probably could have saved a little bit more money if I didn't. I'm pretty sure they had one in like a 27-inch, but I wanted to go a little bit bigger this time around, because the monitor I bought when I built the PC is a 27-inch, and so I was like, you know what, I want to try out a 32-inch, so that's why I got the 32. But yeah, as I was saying, I'd be telling people, I was like, okay, with monitors, the bigger the monitor you want, the bigger the premium you're going to be paying. Because people who aren't used to buying monitors, I'd be like, yeah, your TVs are fairly affordable, but nice. Yeah, it's like, big monitors are cool and all, but yeah, it's like, yeah, they're not cheap. Because like Matt Malone, I know he has, I think, the 59-inch G9. That's a Samsung. I think he has that one, and it's like, whew, that thing is huge. And I'm not interested in ultra wide, but I've looked at the price of that. I was like, holy Jesus. I was like, that's an arm, leg, kidney, liver, lung. I was like, geez. But I think he got sponsored by Samsung, so I think, I'm not certain, but I think he got it for free. Yeah, because I remember during the holidays last year, he had I guess Samsung gave him a whole bunch of money and some stuff to review. Because I think that was like literally the first time I seen the G9. I was like, geez, that thing's massive. I know he doesn't get everything for free, but yeah, I didn't know that that was one of the things he did end up getting for free. All right. But yeah, that's basically what I tell people. That unless you go cheap on your build, you'll be forking out the money for a GPU, and if you want a big monitor. That's what I be saying to people, because a lot of people are used to TVs being cheap, and it's like, oh, I'll get a monitor. It shouldn't be too bad, and then lo and behold, it's like, ooh, that's. Then they have to find out the hard way. Because I did my fair amount of research and Googling and all of that before I bought my first monitor. I was like, ooh. I was like, what do I go with? Because before I did the PC, I've only ever had a TV, and so my current TV is the one I bought the same year the PS5 came out. Oh yeah, I know what you mean about some people will be like, yeah, you should totally get it. It's like, it's awesome. It's like, it's the best that money can buy you. And it's like, yeah, that's, like you said, not those particular ones, but yeah, you get some people that be like, yeah, this $3,000 monitor, yeah, you should totally buy it. Yeah. Because you basically have to be okay with a smaller display. Granted, you get a higher quality. You can if you get a 4K display. Obviously, like you said, you got a never done a review. Shoot, I've never even done a reaction. Well, no, I've reacted to game like showcases, but I'm not someone who does those reaction videos all that much. Yeah, I was like, I probably could do some sort of review, but I just feel like I would need to. Oh, cool! It's working. Nice. At least I messed with Nightbot a little bit, and I was like, good to see that I got Nightbot working. I wonder. Let's see. One second, I want to see if it works. There we go. Yeah, I remember Squids was in here, and he thought it wouldn't work, and lo and behold, he tried it out and it actually worked. It was like, oh. Yeah, he was talking smack to Nightbot, essentially. That was funny when that happened. Though with what I have it set to, I think you'll get a kick out of the exclamation mark schedule. At least we're a little past halfway, even though we did get sidetracked earlier. since I was trying to help you out and whatnot. Yeah, I eventually set up Nightbot. I was like, you know what? Let me do that. It's funny, but it's also true. Like, yeah, I'm for better or worse, I can never be like, okay, these are the days I'm gonna be streaming. I feel like I wouldn't be able to stick to that sort of thing. There. Do the stairs. But yeah, that's how I've always been. For better or worse, I tend to be a spontaneous like that. Do they? Never mess with stream elements. I know some people use stream elements. Like I think Sparse Theory, I think he uses stream elements. I think Super GT does. But yeah, I've actually never used stream elements ever. I occasionally hear about some of the things you can do with it, but I myself have never actually tried. Oh, Digit does? Okay. I think I've only watched Digit a few times. Nothing regularly. But, okay. But yeah, I've never bothered to try stream elements. Huh. Digit now. Yeah, I think he likes to use Streamlabs because it kind of does a lot of the stuff for you. And I think a lot of people like Streamlabs for that. But if you know what sort of settings to use, then OBS is the one for you. Because OBS gives you more control over the settings. Because I used to use the auto configuration wizard in OBS. I mean, it took me a while to do some things. Basically, the auto config wizard would basically just kind of like decide things for you, like your resolution and bit rate. But you don't have to use it. Like, you can you? Let me look. I was going to say something, but I couldn't remember. Okay, like if I wanted to change my bit rate, I can change my bitrate even though I'm streaming. It's the resolution that I can't change. Because once you're live, you can't change your resolution. Oop. And with OBS, you can set your settings for streaming and recording. So when I do streaming, I have that set to 1440p. And then for recordings, I set those to 4K. So if you look at my more recent videos, you should be able to watch those in 4K, I believe. Ta-da! Love to see it. It got better once I started using a Netgear modem router combo, because I have a Spectrum, and their modem and routers were causing me issues, because basically I would just drop frames badly. And I'm not even talking about like a couple hundred every once in a while. I'm talking about I would literally drop over 100,000 frames in a couple hours, we'll say. And so I was like, all right, I got one of my bosses that stands by his Netgear Nighthawk. So I was like, okay, maybe I should try Netgear out. And so I eventually tried the Netgear out, and it has its moments, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Because basically, I pay for... Unfortunately, fiber's not available in my area yet, so it's still a myth for the time being. Oh, cool. But speed-wise, I'm paying, I think, for 1 gig down, and I think 40 up, which is their current highest residential plan. And they're working on fiber, but yeah, it's still not ready. And for the bitrate, I could. I'm actually doing. I'm doing that through the internet browser. So I basically just search for copyright-free music, and I find like a long, like a 12-hour video, and I basically do it through that. Oh, it does it. And that's all I do. And so this one that you're hearing now is it's called Lo-Fi Chilled Beats. 12 hours of DMCA free and copyright free music for Twitch streamers 2021. So that's how I have music going. Because I know, I think Ollie, Basic Ollie, he does, I think he does Spotify as well. But I've never really cared for Spotify like that. And then since I already pay for YouTube Premium, I was like, you know what? I guess I'll just use something from YouTube. And so that's what I do. So I just essentially search for YouTube copyright-free music. And that's how I do that. But yeah, I will say the only downside with whenever you change from one modem or router to another, you have to activate it through your ISP, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Oop. Oh yeah, there's a song I love of his. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh. Let me switch. There. Okay. Let's see. I think that would be over here. I think I have it in favorites. Playlist. Because there's this alright, where favorites, Eternal games, streaming. No, we don't want to play. Definitely don't want to play that. Might have to pause. Let's see. That might be copyright. Not the one I'm thinking of, a different song. This one. I've always loved this one. Ooh, is it playing? Yeah, I was making sure. Oh. Okay. That's right. But yeah, that's the one I've always loved. Here we go. But yeah, that's the one that I really love. Let's go back to what we were on. Nope. Back and there. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's see. Okay. Turn around. There we go. Good. Oops. I will say about this game in particular, it's a perfect podcast, audio book, whatever you like listen to kind of game. Because before you came along, I was just actually listening to audiobook that I'm working on. Huh, did you? Yeah, I don't, yeah, you've seen me race before, I'm pretty sure. I literally never use any of that. I used to be really dependent on the cones back in GT Sport, but they removed that, so I was like, oh well, I guess I'm not doing that anymore. I kind of have to rein myself in whenever I see the you know, the mass, like, red braking, whatever that assist is called, basically where the whole track lights up red. I could never do something like that. Oh yeah, yeah, you used to. Yeah, you're definitely fairly new in that regard. But yeah, back in GT Sport when I started, I was definitely using TC. Can't remember if I was using 1 or 3, but yeah, I was definitely using TC back in the day. And then I just decided to eventually suck it up and try racing without it. Oops. And if you're wondering how obviously you haven't been watching me for that long, but I also used to race in third person as well. And you're like, well, what made you change? I was like, I just decided eventually one day I wanted to try racing in with bumper cam, whatever you want to call that view. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to try using this. And I basically stuck with it in, not cockpit, but the one where it's like you're sticking your face right on the road where the front bumper is. And so I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and do that view. Not because anyone told me I needed to, just because that was the one that I decided on. Alright. Yeah, I may as well. Well, and so it's like now, I could drive third person, but it wouldn't be nearly as well as what I'm used to now. But if I stuck with it for however long, I could get readjusted to third person. But yeah. But if you tell me to just use third person, it'll take me a little bit. Yeah, and so eventually I just decided on my own. I know it was definitely GT Sport that I switched to bumper cam, but I don't remember if he had switched to bumper cam or if I did first. Not sure. But yeah, generally speaking, the things I do are because I want to do it. Good. It's never a case I do something because someone says I should do it. Just generally speaking, I do it because I want to. Because that's how it was for me. No one told me I had to stop using TC. It's just, I decided on my own. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And I'm going to stick with it. I ain't going to be like Lewis. Like distinct Lewis. And be like, go back and forth. I was like, I'm just going to stick with it. All right. I'd imagine if we didn't get sidetracked earlier, probably would have been done with this already. I was like, I don't mind. Oop. What am I on? Ah, this is what I'm on. Okay. I was like, what am I on? I was like, ooh, that. Let's see. Oh. And once we finish this, if you're curious on what kind of speeds I get, internet speed, I can show you. Oh, I didn't keep it for very long, but I did get to A+ on GT Sport back in the day. Oop, there we go. So I was rather proud of myself back in the day when I got A+ for the very first time. If I really tried, I could do it again, but I'm not too fussed about getting A+. Okay. Oh. There we go. It's just one of those things. If it happens, it happens. That's generally how I go about most things. All right. Good. Not exactly nearby, so I kind of have to take it a bit slower. All right. But yeah. I'm definitely someone who plays a lot other games a lot more than I race. So that's why you see me doing on this channel more than the racing. All right. Okay. I was like, Couldn't remember if I did that side or not. Okay. Ooh, I haven't done this. Let me do that then. There. Ooh. But yeah, I think if I actually stuck and committed to GT, then, excuse me, then I could probably be into A+. Probably a long time ago, honestly. But I was like, eh. If it happens, it'll happen. I just don't try to grind. It's like I could grind, but I was like, just take a easy laid back approach to it. All right. I guess we'll do. Yeah. What time is it? Sure. Okay. Was checking something. Oop. There we go. Oh, that one's okay. That one's good. And the others I'm missing. That's good. Okay. Could do. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and do the ceiling. I wasn't going to do the ceiling just yet, but I was like, you know what? Sure. I was like, why not? But yeah. So I do have a racing game on PC that I haven't played yet. So there's always that I could play. Just never actually started it. Oh, technically, I kind of got two. Technically. One's called Pacific Drive. It's an interesting game. Haven't played it myself, but it's pretty cool. And then the other game is like an arcade racer. It's called, what is it called? It's been a while since I. Let me open up Steam real quickly. Library. It was Trail Out. That's what it was. And so far, it's only on PC and Xbox. But supposed to at some point come to PlayStation. Oh wow, didn't know that. Huh, that's interesting. But yeah, that's what it's called. I forget if it has multiplayer or not. I don't remember if it does. But yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, need to do that as well. There's that. right. Go around. Oh yeah, of course. I have tomorrow off, so I'll be around. By the way, I don't know if you'd be interested, but if let's see. Oop, might help if I there. See if that works. It's not my own Discord, but it's the if I talk in Discord, then that's the one that I usually talk. It's also the one where my friend that helped me out that I mentioned earlier. He's in that one as well. So I was going to say, if you ever have any questions, you could probably like ask me or him. He knows more than I do. And basically whatever I learn is kind of through him. Unless I do it myself. But yeah, I thought I don't know if you use Discord much. But if you do, that's the one that if I say anything on Discord, that's the one. Oh, are you? Yeah, it kind of depends with me. Sometimes I'm on it a lot. Sometimes I'm on it just a couple times a week. But that's the one that if I say anything, that's the one where you'll find me. So I thought I'd do that for. Okay. But hopefully you're not. Hopefully you won't be up too late practicing. Alright. All the same. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good evening. I'll probably, I'm getting close to done. It'll probably take me another, probably about another hour and a half or so. But, yeah, and that's the, they do have like a streaming channel, like where you can post your stream. They do allow that. Oh, what was that? So, beat him again. Okay. But yeah. Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, it originally, so they have a Facebook group, and so that's how I first known about their little group, and then eventually I joined their Discord. But yeah, the dude Cake, he's the one that he's my I guess we'll say informant, shall we say. And he also sometimes streams as well. Sometimes it'll be a while before he streams, but sometimes he's been streaming recently. But yeah, no worries. I was like, Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I pay for Discord Nitro, so while I don't have, I'm not in that many servers, I do have some emotes that I do like on there. And go figure, I'm in the Power Wash Simulator server, so that's why you see the gnome one. So I was like, all right, and then might need to get a little bit closer. Don't know if he's still streaming, but I know he was streaming Alan Wake 2. Oh. All right. Oop. There we go. That's a bit quicker. Excuse me. That was some pizza. Still got 2 slices left, so I'll probably eat that whenever I get done. There we go. Oh yeah, you did. Huh. All right, you take care of yourself, Carp, and hope you have yourself a good evening. And yeah, I'll definitely probably see you tomorrow if I don't lurk too much. That is. But all the same, thanks for stopping by, and hope the advice I gave you in regards to the PC helps. But best of luck to you tonight, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Anytime. right. All right. Back to it. Okay. What does he have?
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
All right. All right. So, okay. I'm on short. Oh, my. All right. All right.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Trident.